What's up everyone, Darcblade here with another S-Rank guide for Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, where I demonstrate how to achieve an S-Rank on each mission in the game. These demonstrations will also be done on the hard difficulty. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at another side op, destroy the anti-air emplacements. Now the main objective for this mission is to destroy 3 out of the 4 anti-air guns on the map. So, as always, skip cutscenes whenever possible. The mission will have you starting in this location here. You'll have to deal with 3 guards before you can plant the first C4 on the first anti-aircraft gun. Use the non-lethal pistol to take down these guards. The guard who's furthest away from you may take a few tranquilizer darts to take down, but it's okay to waste a few darts on this mission and still achieve an S rank. Once all 3 guards are down, plant the C4. Now you've got to be a bit careful here, because the 3rd guard you take down will be in the blast radius of the first C4, so you need to move him to prevent him from being killed. This is something you need to be aware of on all the anti-aircraft guns actually. Once he's in a safe location, it's time to move on. Before you move around the fence, there will be another guard you can take down through the fence. So take him down with your non-lethal pistol, and then move on around the left of the hangars. In between the first and second hangar, there will be another guard. Take him out because he is facing in your direction. I used the empty magazine to distract him, and then once he's distracted, took him down with my non-lethal pistol. After he's down, Kaz will inform you that the base is aware of the impending attack, and thus the entire base, every enemy, will go onto alert mode. This causes the guards to act very strangely and erratically, for lack of a better word. Now, playing this mission multiple times, I noticed that the guards tended to act in one of 2 ways. First way would be how I demonstrate in this video. There'll be a guard patrolling around the fence in front of you, take him down with a tranquilizer pistol. And then to your right, there'll be 2 more guards entering the area. I tend to take these down too, as there is a chance they might spot you when it's time to move on. Remember that taking opponents out at long range means you may have to use an extra tranquilizer dart here and there. It normally takes 2 shots to the body to bring them down. Once both these guards are tranked, it's time to move on. Move through the gap in the fence you see to the left here. The second scenario I mentioned has another guard coming towards your position through the gap in the fence to the left. This guard also carries a rocket launcher. You need this rocket launcher, so trank him as soon as you see him and grab his weapon. This makes the mission a lot shorter because all that you need to do now is put C4 on the second anti-aircraft gun and then head back to the start. But in this video I'm demonstrating what happened the majority of the time in this mission, where the rocket trooper did not come to my location, and instead I had to go and hunt him down. Now in this part of the map you have to be a bit cautious. You can't really sprint as there's guards in the watchtower who can potentially see you. What you're doing is waiting for 2 guards to come through the orange door you see ahead of me here. Once they emerge, take them down ASAP. Use the slightly raised curbs for cover so the guards can't see you clearly. Once the 2 guards are down and out, it's time to move on. Now we're going to be planting C4 on the anti-aircraft gun you see ahead of us here. But first we need to move the guard because he could potentially be killed by the blast radius of the C4. And we need to get our rocket launcher before we plant that C4. So move through the orange doors to the power generator area. Now the guard we're after, who has the rocket launcher, is at the other end of the power generator area. And he's quite alert. So the best method, I thought, was to draw him towards me. Use the empty magazines and throw them gradually towards your location. This may take a little bit of time and requires a little bit of patience, but it's the safest way. One thing that might be wise, what I didn't do here, was to unlock the gate to my left. Remember when luring guards with the empty magazines to try to keep yourself hidden. I use these wooden crates here to hide behind, whilst throwing the empty magazines to the various areas I want the guard to go towards. Now I do mess up a little bit here, as one of my magazines hits the top of the fence, but this didn't matter too much, as a guard will normally go towards where the last magazine thrown goes. Now as you can see, the guard is in a prime location to take out, so I pulled out my non-lethal pistol and took him down. Once he was down and out, quickly go over to his body and grab his rocket launcher. Now it's time to move back towards the second anti-aircraft gun and plant that C4. Now you may wonder why we're not planting C4 on a 3rd AA gun, and that is because we're going to use the rocket launcher to take it out instead. Once the C4 is planted, it's time to move back to the starting area of the map. Head back the way you came. You can sprint a little bit here, but be cautious, as there are still guards about who can still potentially spot you. As you move back around the hangars, look out, because there is also sometimes a guard patrolling around that area. Use your binoculars to check that the area is safe. If it is, you can sprint towards the starting area. If not, then you just have to go a little bit more cautiously. I found that either way, it was probably the safer option to go around the right side of this fence here. Here you can pretty much sprint towards the exit, no problem. Now you'll be approaching a gate that needs pick locking. Before you start the pick lock, I found it always good practice to call in the chopper. Calling in the chopper early means that by the time you've completed the remaining mission objectives, then the chopper should be ready for your extraction, saving you precious time. After you've made the call, pick lock the gate and move on through. Once you're through the gate, head to a fairly good vantage point where you've got a good position over the base and set off the C4. This will destroy the first 2 anti-aircraft guns. Now for the third one, you want to take the rocket launcher and aim it at the closest remaining anti-aircraft gun. Now this is a little bit risky, as there is a chance you might kill an enemy soldier, but the risk is worth it, as it saves you a lot of time. With 3 anti-aircraft guns destroyed, there's only one more objective you need to worry about, and that's to destroy an armoured vehicle. The armoured vehicle will be approaching from the left side of your vantage point. To destroy this vehicle, all you need to do is hit it 3 times with the rocket launcher. This is not hard to do, especially as the rocket launcher does come with a scope. After the vehicle is destroyed, there's really nothing left to do except get yourself out of there. So head towards the extraction point where the helicopter should be waiting for you. All that's left to do is get on the chopper. Now hopefully if you followed what I did in this video, then you should have easily got an S rank. Now there is an even quicker way to achieve an S rank on this level, but it depends if you've actually got the rocket launcher from the start as a bonus weapon. With the rocket launcher as a bonus weapon, you can potentially do this mission in a couple of minutes. But I wanted to demonstrate how to do this mission without any bonus weapons at all. Now, as you make your escape on the helicopter, there is a chance the enemy will shoot at you, but they shouldn't have enough firepower to actually bring down the helicopter at all. Also be aware that there is a cutscene coming up as well, and you can skip this cutscene. Remember that skipping cutscenes enables you to get a quicker mission timer, and thus increase your chances of getting an S rank. Now overall, this mission wasn't the hardest. The only hard thing about it was the inconsistency of some of the enemies, especially when trying to get the rocket launcher. It became quite frustrating to learn one enemy pattern, only to find out that the next attempt they were doing something different. But once you get used to how the mission works, it's actually not that difficult. Now, as you can see, we have completed the mission. We completed the mission in around 7 minutes. We got 0 alerts, 0 kills, 0 prisoners rescued, 0 helicopters lost, 0 retries, a no reflex bonus, and thus giving us that S rank. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you my S rank guide to the hard difficulties on Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero's side-up mission, Destroy the Anti-Air Emplacements. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.